You are watching the number 8 prospect, according to the MLB The Show GMs, Carlos LaGrange, pitcher at the Double-A level, whose pitch mix actually is incorrect, and which at a later point in time I will be fixing because, according to Baseball America, he throws 3 pitches and not 5. MLB The Show, you've got to do better, especially considering you gave him 2 four-seam fastballs. And unfortunately, he will walk Silas Ardoin. I probably mispronounced his name. I think his name is French. I don't speak French. Benny Montgomery, ground ball to George Lombard Jr., and we'll throw him out at first to end the second inning. Here in Season 2, I do plan on making a bigger enough of a point to emphasize some of the minor league players, but just do know that some of these guys just clearly are not ready for a call-up just this year quite yet. But injuries do happen, as you know, Aaron Judge got hurt right towards the tail end of last season, and a guy could get called up in an emergency situation. Alexander Vargas with an opportunity to drive in a run, and somehow this umpire has raindrops in his eyes and thought that that was a strike. The man barely moved his shoulders. He barely showed the lead. As Juan Matthias, liner to right field, unfortunately the underhand scoop to end the 7th, and it continues to be a 0-0 ball game. Brennan Davis, unfortunately, continues to show that he's just not quite ready for the majors yet, despite having a couple cups of coffee with the Chicago Cubs. Emerson Pereira will bounce one into right field for a base hit here in the 8th, because shoot, we could really use a run right about now. Leandro Balzacar, ground ball, second to first. You're not going to get Balcazar. He is pretty fast. Remember, he was the first player I acquired that was like a waiver dude. 20 years old at the time. He's now just sitting in Double-A. Third baseman, can also play second. As Juan Guerrero, liner up the middle to Pereira.
Now batting,
Carlos LaGrange is still out here. It's kind of crazy, but he's at under 80 pitches. Ground ball to Lombard, toss to second, and through 8 innings, he's still scoreless on the ledger. Again, 65 overall at this point. He could get a call-up as a reliever, as I'm not always very sure of the bullpen unless, you know, I played a couple of seasons with dudes. I mean, we've got a couple of guys that I'm just like, all right, I don't mind having in the bullpen for multiple years. Luke Weaver being one of them.
Now batting.
And, you know, Mark Leiter Jr. being another, pretty good in the clutch. Jay Cousins. But you never know. Sometimes starters don't continue their careers as starters. And, Alexander Vargas, unfortunately, is hitting the shoulder by Jimmy Herget. And we've got 2 runners on with 2 out. Matthias, long fly ball, right field. It is going to be caught near the foul line, almost near the stands. And, damn, we continue to have a 0-0 ball game. And LaGrange is still out there, liner to center field. He might go out there for a 10th inning. You never know. He's only 81 pitches. Fastball hit to right field. Brandon Davis will make the catch. Also, another note, they have his miles per hour with his fastball incorrect. Now, granted, he has 2 of them. One of them is at 86. The other is really more so at about 95, 98. So that will be fixed after this game or at a later point in time. And, oh, my goodness. How do you throw that ball away from that close? I don't understand the amount of errors from second to first. It is ridiculous. From third to first, it's understandable. Second to first, come on. It's like a light toss, even with some of these fast guys. And Somerset does drive in a run. And Balcazar, unfortunately, will pop this one up in foul territory. It'll be caught. Runner from second will stay put. I don't like being up by 1 run with this ghost runner. I prefer to be up, honestly, by 3. 3 just kind of puts enough of a cushion, whereas if you give up that runner from second, which I will always say that runner should have always been at first to make it a fair playing field, as opposed to second, then you can give up a run, but you can still get some outs and not worry about, oh, damn, there's another runner on or anything of that nature. Fly ball right field, Davis kind of gives up on it, and I really don't blame him, because had he caught that, the runner from second was tagging. Stewart. Use a fly ball to Davis yet again. Second. Nope, they're going to stay put. I didn't think they were going to stay put. Davis doesn't have the strongest of arms, and Sam Stewart, 27-year-old closer, unfortunately walks Marco
Now batting, catcher
Silas. Ground ball to Matthews. Matthews throws it to Lombard Jr. How? Stop doing this pirouette spin
Now
throw
batting.
stuff. Get it? Stop. Throw. A lot more accurate. I've never played second. I played third, but like that spin throw, you just throwing yourself into a tizzy, and damn it, it's a ground ball into left field. Richardson will throw it back in, and unfortunately, it's not going to matter. 2 runs are scored via bases loaded. So good. The Yard Goats win. Well, actually, I didn't even realize this was the Yard Goats. I thought it was some other team. But Sam Stewart going to be slapped with the loss, even though he was in there in a save situation. Brody Breck, 7 strong innings, 4 runs. Or 1 run, as a matter of fact. Luis Rengifo, one of the off-season acquisitions of the Mariners, who did honestly, I think they did a solid job with their free agency this past season. They signed some middle infielders to really bolster that portion of their team. They still have a great pitching staff. Max Fried gets out of it, and we are up 10-3.
The left fielder,
As Jason
number 24,
Dominguez is looking at a
Jason.
3-home run game, which, as of this recording, May 11th, the day before, Jason Dominguez actually hit 3 home runs. Now, that might not happen this time. As top of the
The
7th,
center
short
fielder,
ground out.
number 35.
Might get another plate appearance, and he does, despite us not scoring another run. It's going to be a liner into right field, so we'll at least drop another run on the board. 11-3. Yankees should easily be able to walk away with this one. His first RBI, really? Or first RBI double. And he'll catch the last out to end the ball game. Seattle was a team that made it to the ALCS facing the Red Sox. Ended up losing, which I was really surprised by, given I think they have a significantly better pitching staff than Boston. But got, such a young core in Boston. Some guys that just aren't absolutely phased by the moment, ending in a World Series appearance. Austin Wells, hard liner down the first base line. Ball boy just looking at it. Into right field. What is going on the base paths? Belly goes to, no, I think Rosario goes to third. What? Wells, did you really think he was going to round third? Rosarina's got a decently strong arm. And Ben White's fastball. Giancarlo, opportunity to drive in a run. He hits it hard and high to right field. In the gap, it'll be caught. Runner from second will tag. That'll leave us 90 feet closer to a second run here in the 6th. And Dominguez hits one high, just not all that far. A little out in front of the circle change. Good pitch there.
Leading up for the Mariners, the shortstop, Barrell.
Steele had the better game in terms of strikeouts, though Mr. Wu did go longer, 6 innings. Good work for him. And Kyle Riley absolutely demolishes a changeup. Full count off for 392. That'll tie the ball game at 1 apiece. Really don't want to be serving it up to a guy like him. He'll be there for several more seasons, given the extension he signed. I think it was about 6 years, $105 million. My numbers are off. And hardliner past Chisholm. Damn. I'm a little surprised at how Chisholm kind of isn't playing third base the best. But
First baseman, Luke.
Julio will be safe at first. Plants over by Lucio, and the pick-off attempt, wow. I'm shocked he got that.
Leading up
Because
for the
pick-off
Mariners,
attempts are like
the
impossible.
first baseman,
You just
Luke.
like psychic at this point.
Riley.
Matt Chapman, career homer number 200. And Jose Barrels had a damn good game, but the bullpen blew it for him. The save and then the loss in the 11th.
Pitching
Both
for
of those
the
two
New York
anecdotes
Yankees.
are about. We will get our first look at Mason Flaherty, Rule 5 draft pick. Maybe not the best of moves, just given he's not that good, but I did want another lefty reliever. If we have to send him down, we will in exchange for a lefty like Tyler Matzik. Ready to give it the base hit to Randy Arozarena. He does hit lefty
Now
very
batting,
well.
third baseman,
Next batter in the bottom of the lineup is Paul DeYoung. Fly ball to center field. That will easily be caught and end the 7th as the Yankees will continue to retain a 2-1 lead. I love the exteriors of ballparks that MLB The Show loves to show. Need a hot dog cart out there, but this is Seattle. I don't know if they eat hot dogs out there. Cody Bellinger bases loaded situation, hits it high. Oh, man, just well foul. Got to straighten that out. That was a slider, too. Next pitch by Matt Brash, and he absolutely smokes it to right field. 384 feet, and that'll open the game wide up. 6-1 Yankees. Cody Bellinger looks to bounce back after honestly not starting like the first half of the year last year anywhere near the Mendoza line. He might have been about 200 at about the All-Star break and really started to pick things up into the postseason. Off to a pretty good start, at least in this game, as the Yankees ended up winning 6-1. Cody Bellinger driving in 4 runs. Jesus Rodriguez, opportunity here against the somehow still hated Astros. I guess people still are feeling salty about the whole cheating thing, when in reality, the Astros, the Red Sox, the Yankees were all proven to have cheated, but in some way, shape, or form. I get it. Astros won a World Series. Now Valdez, the pitcher, ends up a high hard liner to left field. Runner from third to tag. Valdez lead side with the Astros, surprisingly, because he was the top pitcher in free agency, but I guess he just wanted to stay where he was most comfortable. And honestly, it is to Houston's benefit. 3-0 pitch, and surprisingly, Bellinger swings and ends up getting a successful base hit. Just look there. Add a second, maybe third, maybe fourth run. Here, Aaron Judge, hard liner to Paredes. Paredes across the diamond in the first, and you can't see him to score. Come on, Judge, you got to be a little bit more patient than that. You've seen better pitches than that. Like, you knew better than to swing at that slider or sweeper, whichever it is. As both starters go 8 innings, but Valdez gets the better of Garrett Cole. Cole gives up 3 runs.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Very characteristic of him. Rosario struggling this season, but he'll hit this one high and deep to right center field and bounce down into the gap. One runner scored. No, runner will stay put at third. Good RBI double by Ahmed as he looks to pick up that batting average. Good batting averages. Ooh. Aaron Judge, unfortunately, swings and misses at a pitch that I think 99% of the time he's not swinging at. Don't know what he saw there. And Josh Chisholm continues to struggle to start a season. It's not a good look when he's a guy hitting so high in the lineup, and Giancarlo Stanton can't seem to connect on a pitch high in the zone, which is like over most people's heads. Volpe, check swing. Can we please go back to discipline, rating, controlling, or my actual timing, controlling the damn swing? I did not swing there. Austin Wells, ground ball to... what the heck was that? Altuve hit the throw it to Javier. Javier kind of tripped trying to retrieve the transfer. Say that 90 times fast. Ben Rice, hard hit up the middle. Bellinger will come around from third, sliding in safe, and he will score. Tying the ball game at 2 apiece here in the Bronx. Rosario with another opportunity for another hit. Ground ball to Altuve. Short toss to Pena, and that'll end the fourth. Yankees can't seem to tack on more runs than just one at a time. 1-0. Stolen base attempt here by Chisholm, and somehow he slid in straight head first and still got the stolen base. Fourth of the season from him as Big G, hits it high into shallow right center field no man's land, and somehow Altuve is the one to come up with it. Despite 2 outfielders, they kind of lackadaisically charged that one. Let's keep it 100. Dominguez swings and misses at a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, which kind of looked like a changeup more than anything. We have to looking to keep this game close, and does so, at least for a batter striking out Yeremy Pena. Can he get out of this without giving up another run? Jake Myers already has hit a 2-run shot. Honestly, if he just gets a base hit, he might get 2 more RBIs. It's not going to happen. And Peter from Hamilton sets him down in the inning. Volpe, bottom 6. Liner into center field for a base hit with 1 away. The Yankees look to tie the ball game. Volpe's hitting pretty well so far this season. Wells off the end of the bat to Paredes. Paredes can't come up with it and kind of almost overplays it. The throw to first, not going to happen. Both runners are going to be safe. That is an E5. Okay, I guess you can credit that as an E5. Ben Rice, oh my goodness, a hell of a half
The batter number
curve, which
14.
honestly no business being swung.
Now pitching.
Brandon Brady will come out of the pen. He's at a 1.69 ERA. Rosario hits it toward the backstop, and it'll be caught. I thought that hit off the top of the netting there, but what do I know? I need glasses anyway. Jordan Alvarez, 3 for 5. 2 long balls. Only driving in 2 RBI, but hey, it was enough to give them the victory. As you take a look at our scheduling thus far, we are 3-9. We are getting ready to face the Washington Nationals, an up-and-coming team who finished last year 77-85. I'd like to think most of their players are under the age of 27 that are on the Major League roster. Nathaniel Lowe not being one of those guys. He is the veteran presence that was brought in last year, and he has been hitting very well to start this year. 375 average, almost 1,000 OPS, hit a long ball, driving in 2. But here's a player that honestly is struggling lately. His ERA isn't too crazy, but his walk and strikeout rate are even. That is not a good look. He does not throw that hard, but that can be to your advantage if you've got good enough, stuff. If your stuff breaks hard enough, fastball's got movement, life to it. We'll see how that plays out as the Washington's already gotten out to a 1-0 lead to start the ball game. Rosario, who is a former National as of last year, grounds it third to first. He will be out as Tennis throwing it to Daniel Lowe. Now,
leading off
offensively in the last series which we played, not good. Always struggled to drive in any runs. 0-3 against the Houston Astros, a team that, honestly, at this point, we should be able to beat, as Ahmed Rosario, unfortunately, takes strike number 1. For a good portion of this episode, or at least this portion of this episode, you will be seeing Ahmed Rosario, our newest free agent acquisition, and see if we can raise that average as it is continuing to plummet lower and lower below the Mendoza line of 200. He's 0 for 2 today. Tie ball game, Gray again, and come on, check swing, seriously? That was not a check swing, and even he agrees. Shaking off the umpire. Don't get kicked out the game. Oh, come on. Really? All right, I'm blaming you this time, Rosario. Like, come on, you know better. As he tries to slap this over second base's head, and it's just not going to come to fruition.
Now batting,
Garcia
the right
played
fielder.
second last year. I believe Rosario played third last year, but they have since replaced his output with Jose Tena. Rosario, a 1-run lead, slaps it to left center field, and he'll get on with a base hit. His first of the game, and a big one, as he can steal bases if the situation presents itself. Aaron Judge could be finding himself in a hit-and-run situation. Rosario takes a step off first and pitch to Keep It Ruiz, and no, it's going to bounce away off the glove of Ruiz. He'll end up advancing to second. They'll call that a wild pitch, understandably so, as take a look at the replay. It just kicks off the side of his glove and just bounces backwards and to his right. Bellinger on deck, 3-1 count. Karinchak pitch, and he hits it high and deep to left field. This is without a shadow of a doubt a 2-run shot, extending the Yankees lead to 8-5. Third long goal of the season, 422 feet. I mean, that's not the most impressive Aaron Judge home run, but, they're always impressive. He hits them very hard, 111 feet off the bat. Rosario getting another plate appearance, and he will indeed posit this one in the left field. And it's going to roll all the way up against the wall. Wood will throw it back in, but Rosario, you didn't need to slide, dude. You end up safe this second hit of the ball game. Not sure if he wants to fly away like a bird, but hey, we'll take it. No, Furtado. Anyhow, Yankees do pick up the victory, 9-5. Not very many, but this is a team we need to be sweeping. Like, I think we're that much better than them that we need to take care of business, as Carlos Rodon will have to be a part of that mission. Last 2 games, pitched 9 innings, 5 strikeouts, 5 walks. That's not a very good one. Brady House at the plate, finally getting called up. The throw to Rosario on the stolen base attempt, and he is just going to be tagged out in time. Austin Wells with a rare throw throw out of a stealer, though. That was close.
Batting seventh,
Very
the
close.
second baseman.
I don't have the replay system in New York, despite being in New York. Nationals 4-10 this season. You know, they sit in the division with the World Series champion Philadelphia Phillies. I'm in Rosario. You know what? If you're not hitting, at least get on base with a walk. Volpe. Liner right at third, and Rosario had to jump back to first very quickly. It's not to get doubled off, not paying attention. I'm surprised Brady House is playing at this level. I mean, I thought maybe he would be a couple years away, and Rosario takes off on a pitch, hit the right field, and he's able to somehow retreat back to first. Runner from second tags and goes to third. You can see where the confusion would be from both the runner on second and Rosario. Rosario thought it was getting over his head.
Bellinger.
Stone Garrett seems to have it just fine. Corey Bellinger. He was swinging a miss. Strikeout to end the second inning. Jake Irvin gets out of danger. Rosario, another plate appearance, and he's going to deposit the slurve into left field. Now, this one won't roll up against the wall like the last game, so he'll end up with a single. And as the number 8 batter will come up, as you can see, we have moved Rosario down the lineup. He's not hitting. Got to try somebody else up at the top of the lineup. And swinging a miss by Volpe. Unfortunately, gets away from Ruiz, but Rosario will not chance it at that point. He'll chance it this time. Cut the steal, sliding in there, and you know what? He wouldn't have got it even if Abrams caught the ball perfectly. 1-2, swing and a miss. That's a strikeout by Jake Irvin. Is his fourth.
Now, Bellinger.
And again, it looks like a sinker that, damn, Bryce had no shot at. He seems to have trouble with the low inside pitch, even though it is from a righty. Lefties absolutely is not hitting that. Ground ball to House. House will throw it to first. And Rosario, despite attempting to score, won't. Nationals up 5-3. Swing and a miss at a slurve. Come on, you got to show a little bit more patience. Sit back on it and be ready to hit the fastball. But we do take the L. James Wood 2 for 5 home run, which drove in 2 runs. That is the difference in the ball game. All right, taking a look at scouting. We got a lot of pitchers we need to look at. Some starters, some relievers, and some closers. I have no problem drafting a reliever in the first round if it makes sense to me. I'm not going to force myself to draft a starter or a position player if it just doesn't seem to be there. Now, Brooks McGrath looks pretty solid. Ryan Grady, we may or may not be able to get him, even though he is a closer. We don't necessarily need a closer, and he wants a lot of money, $3.2 million. Not sure about that. Jared James absolutely could be my first-round pick, pick number 20. He looks very good in hits and Ks per nine, not really giving up a long ball, has very good velocity, though that can be skewed given the player card. I know how it operates. Edgar Valdez looks pretty good as well, pick 36. I don't know if we would be able to get him, at least not in the second round, and I wish he kind of had a change-up, but it's all good. Doug Chandler, another good reliever who quite possibly could become a starter given his stamina. If it's anywhere above like 60 or 50, really, looks pretty solid. Might give up a decent amount of walks, 4-seam, 2-seam, change-up slider, typical pitch mix. Brett Munoz looks very solid at reliever. Again, I just kind of threw the cast of the net out there just to see what is there. And, you know, the scouts came back with a lot of options. George Corona, quite possibly a 5th or 6th round pick. He may get picked a little sooner. Ted Moody might not give up hits, but he also might not strike guys out. So more of a middle reliever guy. But if his potential is like a B, hey, I may throw a dart out there on the board in the 6th round and pick him up. Scotty Harvey, the other guy, he looks like he can strike guys out, and he's a lefty. I do want more lefties in the organization. Bobby Wolf, pretty solid pitch mix. Doesn't throw particularly hard per se. Muhammad Houston, unranked, but he doesn't look that bad. I mean, he might be a C potential, but it is what it is. I mean, shoot, there's nothing wrong with having C potentials in your organization. Michael Regan, not too bad either. Now I'm going to go trying to look around the rest of America and the world at this point to look for some center fielders, some left fielders, and some third basemen. Here's a left fielder I kind of wish we had. James Wood. He's been good. He's been very good. He's the last 6 games, batting .440, 3 long balls, driving in 7 with a 1477 OPS. I think he's like only 24 or 25. I could be wrong. But he is very young, very much poised to be one of the next premier players in Washington. Ahmed Rosario, fly ball to left field, and oh boy, this is starting to get ugly and old at the same time. As we're looking to take this series, which would be only the second series we will have won this season, given the slow start thus far. But still very, very early in the year. We can definitely pick it up. Rosario, late on the fastball, and he'll hit it to right field. Why they're telling me to go 2 when you know he's catching it is beyond me.
The batter number
getting a
14.
shot.
Second
For
baseman.
3 in this ball game so far. I know I didn't show another plate appearance because it's probably going to end the same as most of the rest of these had. All right, pitch upstairs. Burrs is going to miss. Next pitch. Ooh, slider right down the middle. Come on. I don't know if it's the rain that's messing with him, the clouds, the lights, or what it is, man. Is it too much pressure for you, dude? Like, we moved you down in the lineup. I don't know how you ended up with 5th. Nationals take this. I don't even know the score, but 2 games to 1. Score, well, 2-0. 2-0. Get the same amount of hits as them. We are theoretically the better team, yet, you know, sometimes you just don't pick up the victory. Buck Schmidt down to 0-3 this season, despite going 6 innings and striking out 5. Okay, we got more baseball to play. No big deal. More baseball to play. As we take on the Baltimore Orioles, last year's division champs, now sitting at 7-10, 3rd place in the division. Judd Fabian, a center fielder who, honestly, I have no idea who he is, but he's playing very well. Who am I to say he's not worthy of a major league spot? I mean, hell, he's playing very well this season, so keep up the good work. Just not against us. Garrett Cole, 0-2 this season, despite an under 2 ERA and a 1.05 whip. Baltimore pitching-wise in the last series, actually looked pretty damn good. 2.42 ERA, 19 strikeouts, only 9 walks. Did give up a decent amount of hits, but they were able to overcome it offensively, which really shouldn't be much of a surprise given the amount of young talent that they have alongside some veterans. As Rosario gets his first plate appearance here against Tomoyuki Sugano, who somehow did not win the Cy Young last year. And I say that because he was 18-8 with like an under 3 ERA, yet ended up losing out
the batter number 14.
to the eventual Cy Young Award winner, Tariq Skubal, winning it back-to-back years. Rosario hits a 4-seamer, but, oh man, another fly ball. Dude, just like get on top of it. Hit a line drive. Hit line drives. Hit contact shots. I mean, you're hitting them to, you can't seem to figure out your medium. You either hitting it too high or hitting it way too low. Like, just figure it out. Hit some solid line drive. You're not a power guy. And somehow we do end up eking out the victory, despite the Orioles scoring a run in the 9th inning. Here's one of the pitchers that has been pitching pretty well this season for the Orioles, Matt Waldron, acquired in the Cedric Mullins trade last year. 11 strikeouts, 3 walks in 12 innings in the last 2 starts. That knuckleball is devastating. And the real issue with Waldron is that he does throw other good stuff. It's just he's known for the knuckle. Ground ball up the middle. Rosario can't get it as it hops over second base and in the center. Bellinger throws to the plate, not going to be in time. Orioles take a 1-0 lead with 1 out, thanks to Tyler O'Neill.
Batting 7, the second baseman.
Maybe actually is getting the start today. He's not gotten a hit yet, and I got to admit, his leash is going to be pretty short. At least as far as how long he stays on this team. He is a great fielder, and we're going to show the entirety of any ABs against Matt Waldron because you just don't see knuckleballs like that. And you know what, DJ? You've earned yourself another day on the roster with that hustle to first base. 37 years old, if I am not mistaken, in the last year of a 6-year, $90 million contract, which, let's be honest, The first 2 years were good. Every year after that has been riddled with injuries and not that great a play. And it's a damn shame as LeMahieu will be squandered at first.
Up next for the Yankees.
Batting 200 so far. Can he get another hit? Knuckleball. When it comes to the knuckleball, I prefer to see it start up and drop as opposed to when it's like middle, when it starts at like the middle waist ab area and just drop. And then I won't swing at it. When it's high, I'm just looking to smack the hell out of it as LeMahieu does, but not enough oomph behind it.
The batter, number
As
11.
the Orioles are up 4-0. Ground ball to LeMahieu. Kicks off of his glove. Despite being a Gold Glover at one point, age might be starting to catch up to him. Unfortunately, that is an error on his end.
Up next for the Yankees.
Can he make up for it with an RBI? Runners on second and first. Knuckleball smash to right field. It is going to actually hit foul. Wow. Maybe that wasn't right field. I thought they were going to come up with the catch. And see, when the knuckleball is about midsection high, I don't want to swing at it because it's just going to drop and fall. And 1-2, knuckleball on the corner. Wow. I'd say nice control, but you can't really control that thing. It just airbangs however it feels like.
DJ.
And Orioles up 9-0. Really getting our asses handed to us. And this knuckleball is probably a really good reason why, though. Pitching, you're not helping any either. Giving up 9 runs. Knuckleball right down the middle, or at least down the middle for what a knuckleball is. He can't seem to connect. And now when he does connect, ends up floating another one. Ooh, just foul. As Heston Kjerstad slides and nearly takes himself out. Sliding in foul territory. He finally throws a fastball, then throws a sweeper, just showing that he has other stuff, and he's just not connecting with any of it, to be honest. And 2-2, ground ball up the middle, kicks off for Waldron, spinning, he's able to slap it down and throw the first. That'll end the 8th inning of the ball game. As what the hell? They added more runs. The Baltimore Ravens defeat the New York Jets 14-0, which would probably be more like 140-0. Still a little salty. The Jets never traded for Lamar Jackson instead for Aaron Rodgers. I would have given up those first two picks. Two first rounds? You can have it. Especially considering he won the MVP that season. But we're talking baseball, and this is just as ugly as the New York Jets at this point. We are not playing very well. Max Fried, 2 innings, gave up 4 runs. That might have been his worst start as a Yankee. Worst start probably in a couple of years. We have fallen to 5-12 here this season. Jackie Robinson did. Y'all know the historical significance. I don't got to tell you. Y'all know what black excellence is. Luis Hill going to be the man on the mound, 5.40 ERA, a far cry from what he did last year, but it's only the 3rd, 4th start of the year, so he can redeem himself. 28.4 strikeout rate. I will give him that. He is definitely a strikeout artist. Thought he would come into this season with a 4th pitch and throw to second. Gonna get the runner. Austin Wells throwing guys out this season. Okay, trying to be Pudge, though he looks safe. Whatever. I don't make the calls. Adley Rutschman, ground ball to LeMahieu. I think it's Mahieu. Unfortunately, everybody already saying it's going to tell who is who. He's going to throw the runner out nonetheless. Batting $125, ground ball to first. Kicks off the glove of Mountcastle. The toss. Ooh, the Kremer covering first. LeMahieu, I appreciate the effort. He'll get another chance here. Ground ball to third. I believe that is Mayo throwing it. Sorry, Westberg throws it across the diamond for the out. We're going to get a new pitcher. As LeMahieu at $1 offensively for average. Oh my goodness, not a good look. Ground ball to short. Oh man, second base is just a shit show at this point, to say the least. Nobody is hitting. Chisholm plays third. I mean, he's also not hitting. We might need to give Madrigal a shot at this point. I mean, we did sign him. Didn't pay him much, but, he can also play second and third, so why not give him an opportunity? Dominguez drives in the only offense we have. His 10th home run of the season. Damn, he is killing it. Oh, sorry, 10th RBI of the season. Come on, statisticians, get it right. And as you can see, we are the worst team in the American League. The worst. And quite possibly the second or third worst team in all of baseball.
The left field,
Granted,
number
we played like 12%
24,
of this season.
Jason.
So, yeah, it looks way worse than what it may be, but hopefully this is not a sign of things to come. Dominguez, unfortunately, strike out to try to get a measure of revenge against the Red Sox, who we lost to in the American Wild Card Series, but we're down 5-2. Marcelo Mayer, who actually just got called up not too long ago. Congratulations to him. Wish you the best, just not against us, as well. Slap this up the middle for a single in the center. The Yankees look to make a comeback, but we have one away. The tying run is on deck. Joe Adell slaps it to, oh man, almost over the head of Bregman, but the All-Star makes the catch.
Hitting for the Yankees, number
DNYYasty is
22.
going to come off the bench. Shoot, we don't have too many quality bench bats at this point. Why Bryce was not playing is kind of beyond me. Inside out to sinker, the left field. It bounces down, and everybody will only move up a singular base, which means the tying run is coming to the plate in the
The
lead hitter, which will now be Jazz Chisholm coming off the bench. Boone, you know he's not that good with runners in scoring position, right? He takes the circle change for strike number one. I think last year he batted like 150, which isn't good. Ground ball to short, over to second, and they're going to get out to end the ball game. Oh, just devastating. We can't seem to score. We can't seem to score when we need to. Our pitching might be falling apart at the seams. I mean, we did get a decent amount of hits. This seems to be a trend. We get more hits than the other team, but we can't seem to capitalize. Rodon goes 4 innings, gives up 4. We're gonna Magic was not gonna get sent down. Oh, I realized what some of the issue might have been as far as our pitching is concerned. We have only 12. Somebody's got to get sent down. I can't send Magic or LeMahieu down without designating them for assignment. I don't feel like it would be right to designate LeMahieu quite yet. And go short for second. And out. So I'm not sure who I need to send down. Maybe Flaherty, as he's a Rule 5 draft pick. Maybe he'll get through waivers or whatever the situation is with Rule 5 draft picks. I think you're supposed to go back to your former team, but you can also decline it and then you get DFA or, figure out the situation. Why'd you name your judge? Your fish judge. Name your judge fish. I'm sure there's a judge fish across the country. Ground ball up the middle. The judge will get a base hit. Please rename your animal. I mean, it's a fish. I'm surprised you can tell which fish is which, especially if they're all like the same species. Stanton hits this one hard and into the right center field gap. He's going to only go on base because station to station Stanton, he is. He's local. He's never been an express. Let's be real. Chisholm, lefty. Oh, goodness. Swings and misses at a disgusting slider that really should have been left alone. It's just a bad strikeout. Like, at least strike out on something close. Barrell hits this high into center. Rafaela will chase it down and make the catch amongst the fog for the out.
Now batting, shortstop,
What the 60 season? That what hit a home run in the last ball game. This won't be though. Sinker popped up. And Wong is going to make the catch in the infield. He advanced the runner. Rice kicks off the glove. Bregman able to recover it and fire with just a rocket.
Now batting, the left field.
Getting Rice out. Man. Might explain why they paid him so much. Ground ball to Bregman and then throw it over to first to get Adell out of the base knock. Roman Anthony strikes out on the hot cutter. And the ball game affair. Hamilton played pretty well in the postseason. Ball kicks off for Chisholm's glove. Fires over the first anyway. Gets him out despite the speed of David Hamilton. Judge with an opportunity to break this game open. Giving us the lead, and he will do so. A long home run, 272 feet. Actually got out pretty quickly, so not much of a towering shot, but it counts the same. Lakers take a 2-1 lead. surprised that this many fans actually still out here amongst all this rain. But hey, Yankees, Red Sox, and rain, people wouldn't do a lot, but especially because the tickets are expensive as hell. Looked like a freaking ground ball. Oh, that is a ground ball. Oh, wow. This is another batter. Kicks over third base and just bounces within fair territory. Rosario, ground ball up the middle. It'll score one, not a second. 4-1. Yankees look to just, I would say, can we save some of this offense? Kicks off the glove. Why am I forgetting who the shortstop is for the Red Sox? You would think I would remember. It's not Story. Story's not playing. It'll come back to me. Raphael takes the four-seamer from Luke Weaver as we look to get the save. Really, who is the shortstop for the Red Sox? While I figure that out, oh, it's either Marcelo Mayer or David Miller. One of those two is playing short. I forget Trevor Story didn't play there anymore. And unfortunately, despite getting hit with the pitch, Raphael really swung out instinct. Fortunately, he was out. I'm sure that will rile up the Boston fan base. So, come on, you guys are doing better than us at this point. Give us a victory. No, I don't want it. I'd rather hit you and win. Good thing we got the victory. We need more. We need a whole lot more of these. Aaron Judge, player of the game, 2 for 4 with a long ball. That is the difference of the ball game.
The right field.
Barrell has an opportunity to bust this game wide open, replacing Judge today. Ground ball to third. Devers to Bregman to first. Round the horn double play. Yes, Devers is playing third, though. You know, that's where he should be playing. There's a lot of controversy in IRL baseball. Like, oh, you should just go play first, bro. Y'all told him he was a third baseman. Just let the man play third. Let the man play third. Like, until maybe he gets the realization, hey, you can't play there anymore. Maybe playing the DH. I don't think he has a no trade role, so I'm sure I can figure out what y'all want to do with that. Anyway, Willie Brady, ground ball. Rosario to Volpe to first, and then there's a double play on the second this time. Garrett Cole to pick up his first victory of the year. Tristan Casas says, fly ball into right center field, as a matter of fact, 398 feet, as a little disrespect for Jay-Z as he's dusting off his own shoulders. I'm sorry, Boston is no rappers. That's not my fault. Benzino got washed by Eminem. Don't do that. Don't do that, Casas. Boston takes a 2-1 lead. Ground ball to Chisholm. Chisholm will throw out no, he won't throw out a Brady. Somehow LeMahieu's playing first. And now despite his 6-foot frame, he cannot seem to get the ball. And yeah, you can roll your eyes all you want, dude. Come on. You gotta do better. Raphael unfortunately struck out to 4. Jumping ahead the bottom half as Adele playing because they're facing a left-handed starter. Crochet will strike him out on the sweeper. Crochet signing a 1 year extension, just a 1 year. So he will become an outright free agent in 2027. Whether the Red Sox will sign him or not is up in the air. He's getting paid $38.7 million for a guy that, honestly, I think this is but nonetheless, he says, I don't care about your overrated. You got sat down yet again, thanks to another sweeper he threw at an angle. This is Rodriguez here in the 7th inning. We'll hit one up the middle for a base hit. I don't see very often. He's our backup catcher. And Rosario, ground ball to third. Devers, Bregman back to first. And you don't need to know who he is because he's off the base pass.
Leading off for the Yankees.
Double play.
The right
Last
fielder.
chance
Well
for
done.
the
Hitting for the
Yankees.
Yankees. Number 99.
Cabrera's not going to come out.
Barrell.
The captain is going to at least get the first shot. 1-1. Hits it hard and high to right center. And it is going to be chased down on the warning track. Oh,
Now
man.
batting,
Judge
the
is
left fielder.
upset. Understandably
He's
upset.
hitting
He
for the
thought he
Yankees.
had.
Number 24.
Jason Dominguez is going to come off the bench replacing Joe Adele as we are facing now a righty as Slayton. Oh! Hits Dominguez with a sweeper in the shoulder. Hopefully he's not hurt.
The first
Unfortunately,
baseman,
he is
number
not.
22.
Ben Rice.
Yeah.
Was basically most of the offense last year in the wild card series last year. And he was going to at least get a base hit. He had a 2-home run in number 2 the wild card series, which unfortunately ended up losing. As Rodriguez is working on a pretty good game, 2 for 3. Just needs a third hit to give us a run, but it's going to be a fly ball in the left center field gap. It'll be caught. Which means Rosario, who's not hitting very well, not only in this game but in the series in general, to pop this one up. The catcher barely has to move. Good Lord. Another L. Another one. No DJ Khaled, but damn. What are we doing? Whatever, let's look at some scouting. Jordan Vogt is a guy that actually I'm kind of looking at maybe with the first pick. I know he doesn't hit for power, but if he can get on and he's a great fielder with a damn good arm and some speed, I will take it. Might be similar to Lee Bunning, who we drafted last year in the first round. Brian Carlton, good defender, could be a decent hitter. Righty, 21 years old, could be a solid second round pick. He wants $2 million. Jerome Goodwin, a third baseman I am looking at, possibly the 4th or 5th round. Could be a good contact guy. Potential might not be that high, but whatever at this point. You know, if we can get some solid dudes in the organization, maybe they exceed the potential or the expectations. Jimmy Corbett, also another solid third baseman. He can also play first, in which we found out after scouting him for a little bit. Johnny Dell, pretty solid third baseman, can field, could possibly hit. No speed, which, I mean, I don't expect that out of third baseman. He's 18 years old and doesn't cost a lot of money. Cost is going to play a role in the guys in the draft, just given our budget is like $8 million. Some guys want 5 or 6. I'm not willing to throw that much money at one pick when we could spread that out. Cody Pena looks pretty damn solid from Mexico, though potential he could be a C overall, C potential. You never know. Rory Dawkins from New York, third base and right field. Interesting combination of positions. Could be a 6th round pick, though. He looks like he'd be pretty good for a 6th round.
The third baseman,
Raphael. Third baseman, Rafael Devers comes to the dish. And he's going to unfortunately strike out looking at a 4-seam fastball from the street. Casas gets the opportunity. He was swinging this at the sweeper in the 6th inning. The Yankees retain a 1-1 lead here in the 8th inning. Marcelo Mayer already gotten a hit earlier. Lines it right at Chad Chisholm, who is first out in the top of the 8th. Jaron Duran, the AL batting champion, is continuing to hit at about that level. Just over 330 as Chisholm damn near throws the ball away. Nonetheless, Duran will stay at first. Yoshida, ground ball to Chisholm. Chisholm will hard toss it to Rosario. You could have held that one, Rosario. Don't bother throwing it and throwing yet another error.
Raphael.
Oh, man, Jazz. Yeah. I mean, ain't nobody else to blame but you for that. Volpe to Rosario. Rosario, the first one to get the double play and not lead the way without an error.
Now batting, second base.
Joe Adele got on with a single against Garrett Whitlock as Rosario slaps this one in the right field. It'll bounce up against the wall. Actually won't even make it all the way to the corner. Dell will advance to third. We got runners at the corners with nobody out. Volpe hits it to straightaway center. Adele will tag, and he's going to easily score. Yankees up 4-2, and Aaron Judge can possibly extend it even further. We might not need Weaver. Chopper to second. Bregman goes to Mayer to first. And a 2-run lead is all we will take into the 9th inning. Weaver comes out of the pen. Should have been our, understandably, our closer last season. But I don't know what Brian Cashman was thinking. Actually, I know what Brian Cashman was thinking. It doesn't hurt to have 2 guys who can hit man, as opposed to just relying on one. Cutter in there for strike number 1, but he threw a slurve. He does not. Casas will unfortunately strike out. 3 straight fastballs fed to him. Can't connect on any of them. Bregman, 12-6, knuckle curve to Volpe. Volpe will fire it across the diamond. That is 2 outs. Looks like it might be the last chance here for Willie Abreu. Weaver. Fastball in there for strike number 1. And this is outside on the cutter. He attempts to get him to reach for it. No. We are not throwing you a ball. We just threw a ball. We want to throw a strike. Don't do that, fans. And he does so on the circle change on the outside corner. The Yankees will split this series. Yep, they will split it 2 games to 2, winning games 2 and 4 before we'll eventually be heading a West Coast trip. We've got San Francisco and the Dodgers on the ledger. Check it out in the next episode.